Welcome
Penis.
to episode 30 of Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans for the fans. And today is a very special episode. It'll probably be one of our last longer ones, but episode 30 is going to be dedicated to a mock draft for the WWE Draft coming up on Tuesday, July 19th. First, let me introduce the wonderful panel that we have today. First, we have Nelson Balla.
What's up, guys?
Also, we have Casey Briggs
Howdy, folks.
and Robert Anderson.
What's going on, people?
All right, guys. So here are the roles that we are going to play for this role. First, let's talk Raw real quick, guys. We'll make it real fast. New Day, Wyatt Family, Compound Battle, whatever you want to call it. Solid stuff. Seemed all right. Raw being 3 hours is still too long. And, yeah, there was some pretty painful stuff. That's pretty much the good, the bad, and the ugly for Raw. You guys got anything you want to say about Raw?
I mean, it was pretty cool seeing Darren Young get a win in the Battle Royal. I didn't expect to see that. I thought maybe they'd give it to Apollo or Corbin. But I'm interested to see where they're going with Darren Young and how far they'll push him.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Derek, I don't know. I felt they could have advertised it a little bit better. He just showed up to win a battle royal. There's nothing different about him. He just wears red, white, and blue now. Whatever. But Lucha Underground was amazing this week, folks. If you didn't watch it, check it out. The second part of Ultima Lucha Dos will be on this week on Wednesday on the El Rey Network, so make sure you watch that. TNA, I'd like to pray that you're still in existence because I heard you were struggling for your tapings today. And if you need anything, I'm sure all of us have $20 here. We can help you out since you've managed your money and time so well over all these years. And, guys, let's get into this. Here are the rules that were set up by all parties here. We have decided that tag teams in this mock draft will be one pick. We will split the Intercontinental and U.S. Championships up. So, example, if Balla picks the IC champion, Casey will get the U.S. champion or vice versa. No women will be drafted. Why? Because there's not enough of them. There will be no NXT superstars drafted. I know it seems very sad, but we can't decide who's coming up, who isn't, who would be a surprise, and you know everybody wants Nakamura. So we're not going to allow that. And if someone drafts the WWE champion, the other person will have to name who their champion is. I will try to keep track of all this. We are going to post and let the people decide on who drafted the better show and what would be more interesting. I want you guys to maybe give your thoughts on what you would do with this person. And me and Robert will try and break down some other things while you guys, after you go over your stuff. So I'll let you guys explain and we'll try and break it down afterwards as like the commentators for it. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Now, we don't have anybody who's on the Raw side or the SmackDown side, so I need someone to call it in the air. Who would like to call it?
I mean,
Ball, it's on you. Call it in the air, sir. Call it.
I got heads.
And
Did you drop the coin?
I did.
What the hell is this? Is this an Eagles game?
No, I threw it up.
Oh,
I threw it up
shit.
pretty high. I threw it up pretty high. Here. Heads it is. You get to pick. You want Raw or SmackDown?
I'll take SmackDown.
Damn you.
Balla SmackDown. Casey Raw.
My
But
first.
due to you winning, you will get to name who your general manager is first. And Casey will get to name his general manager second, but Casey gets first pick.
Oh, damn.
Whoa.
All right.
Tell us that.
Hey, I'm letting you pick a GM. I'm giving you a free pick first. It works.
All right.
So, as we found out yesterday, Shane McMahon is actually running SmackDown. So, are you going to keep it that way? Shane McMahon is the person running it. And Shane still has to pick a GM. So, you got Shane. What are you going to do here?
GM-wise, I gotta... Wait, I could bring anybody from the past, or...
You can bring anybody you like. Make sure it
Tough
equals
one.
ratings, sir.
Who gets more rings than Eric Bischoff, man?
You're going with Eric Bischoff.
Eric Bischoff. Yes.
All right, I'm interested to see how this plan comes off here. Casey, it's on you, good sir. You have Monday Night Raw, Stephanie McMahon in charge.
Who's my GM going to be?
Who is your GM going to be?
My GM will be. Damn, that's a tough one.
Jack Tunney? Just kidding, man. I love Jack. He can't use
Let's go with unconventional here. David Otunga.
Ooh! I forgot that guy even worked there.
Okay, too. Nah, he does.
That's Jennifer Hudson's wife, right? I mean, husband.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I love you, David Otunga. I like you when you were Punk on I Love New York. You're fine. All right. So now that we have that, it is time for the first picks. And Casey, since you had to go second for everything else, you get the first pick.
First pick,
Yes.
AJ Styles.
Son of a bitch. Aaron.
All right. Now this has got to be someone you're planning on building your show around. So
Yes.
why AJ?
I mean, I told you, what was it, last week or whatever, that he was my mid-year MVP. And
Yes.
the guy's been gold for WWE so far, ever since debuting at the Rumble. The guy's amazing, and what he's got going on for him right now is just, I mean, something I can get behind. So I'm definitely gonna take him and put him towards the top of my roster.
Okay. I like it. Balla, it's now on you, sir. Who is your number one pick?
With my first pick in the draft, I'm going with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins, he's a great heel. He could be a face. Everybody loves the guy.
He should
I just could like.
He said he should be a face.
What are you gonna do? But yeah, he's someone you can really build a company on. He's young, he's talented. What more do you want from a person?
Okay. So right now we got Raw with David Otunga as the GM and AJ Styles. SmackDown's got GM Eric Bischoff and Seth Rollins. Robert, what do you think? First two picks right now.
AJ Styles, I can definitely go with. I don't know if I would have taken Seth Rollins right away.
Okay.
That's just me. I mean, it's a good pick, but you could have probably gotten him a couple picks later.
All right. Let's keep it going. It's on Casey right now for the number 2 pick in the draft.
Number 2 pick. I'm gonna go with Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. All right. And now you got to give me some background. KO is your number 2 pick.
Yeah. Wait, why does that need explaining?
Why him number 2? Is he your?
Because he's amazing at literally, in the ring, great. On the mic, great. Like, his personality, great. Like, everything about the dude is, I mean, he's absolutely someone to build something around.
Okay. All right. And Balla, what are you thinking for your second pick?
My next pick will be Dean Ambrose. I know Casey hates the guy. I know I could have got him later in the draft, but he's one of the most over guys in the company at the moment, and he's the champion. So that brings the WWE just the WWE title, I guess now, right? Since they're making 2 titles, but we get the WWE Championship, and we get one of the most over faces in the company.
I like it. I like it here. I'm seeing some good things. Robert, what do you think of these picks?
Kevin Owens, A+. Giving you that one. Dean Ambrose, I feel like since he's gotten the title, he's starting to fizzle out a little bit.
Oh, I disagree.
I
didn't mention this during Raw yesterday when we were talking about it in the beginning for a second. Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins promo was actually money, I felt. I think that was very on point for what they were doing.
I don't know. I feel like Dean Ambrose is in like the wrong era right now. He would have been huge like Give him like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Dean Ambrose would have been right up there. I feel like he's like lost in time right now.
I don't know.
I
I'm
feel like
with
he's being
Paul. I
muzzled.
like Dean. I
I feel like
think
he's being muzzled.
I just want to clarify. I don't hate Dean Ambrose.
It sounds like that, man, from the other podcast.
He's not my favorite. I respect his talent.
absolutely. Well, Casey, according to the rules here, I got to ask you a question then. You have 2 picks on the board. Dean Ambrose is the SmackDown WWE champion. You don't have a World Heavyweight champion. So who would you put the title on, or your foresight, I guess, for what you would do?
Don't you
Got an
worry
idea
about it,
for
bro.
that.
Don't you worry about it.
We'll revisit this then. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'll come back after 10 picks then.
Wait, I got an idea for that.
Oh, you got to say
top
it.
2 picks. Your top 2 picks have them fight for the belt.
Hold on. You can't give him any help now. He doesn't need help.
All right.
We can't show bias because Ball has got a champion over here. He's already good to go. He's ready to go. Casey, you got number 3 pick. It's on you, sir.
So I'm taking this guy regardless, but since we said groups go together, Bray Wyatt is my next pick.
Okay,
Do
so
I
you're
get to pick
the
does the
entire
Wyatt
Wyatt.
family come with, or do I have to pick them separate?
No, I put the Wyatt family as a whole.
All right, then yeah, the Wyatt family next, Bray Wyatt, and he's gonna look mighty fine with that belt around his waist.
So that's who you're putting the world title on.
Absolutely, Bray Wyatt.
Okay, and how would you introduce this world championship? What would your plan be? Tournament? You going just number 1? You Triple H in it? You handing it off?
Triple H in it, yeah. No, I'm not Triple H in it. Not at all. We'll do a tournament. We'll do a tournament, like a little mini tournament with the Wyatt family looking dominant throughout the tournament and helping Bray Wyatt finally ascend to the top.
Okay.
And then it's just gonna be epic. An epic promo is he's just in the middle of the ring, surrounded by the Wyatt family, surrounded by the Fireflies. He's finally gotten to the pinnacle there, the top. He's the champ.
Okay, I can live with it. Balla, number 3 pick, man. You gotta
Pick,
get with this here.
I don't know if he got these 2 guys with AJ Styles, but the Club. One of the best tag teams from Japan coming over here.
Fair enough.
I feel, they'd make. They can be. I feel like they're the top tag right now.
Okay.
He split them up. Oh, he got AJ. I got Gallows and
I like it. I like the
and maybe they can try to get AJ to come over on this show. You know what I mean? Since those are his boys.
You could tease that like they used to with the show. For the record, folks, now that we're 3 in, let me just say this: that me and Casey and James Farley, I don't know if Robert said anything about it yet, but I know the 3 of us are the only 3 right now against the draft. Like everyone else was digging it, they're loving it, and I'm like, yeah, you won't be saying this in a year when you're watching 16 pay-per-views and you're crying about why there's so many belts getting passed around and they're not defending the U.S. title anymore again.
I also would love to take this moment to
please.
On a side note, just talk about how I am one of 3 people in our group who said that Brock Lesnar would win this past weekend. Who chose Brock Lesnar?
Absolutely.
I mean, anyone who went against Brock is clearly fucking stupid. It's like, did you really expect?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
All said Brock had no chance.
Yeah. Shows what those pro wrestling guys know, huh? Yeah. Well, folks, we're on the number 4 pick. Casey, it's on you. Who are you messing with right now?
Number 4. I got AJ, I've got KO, I've got the Wyatt family. I'm gonna go with the person that will face Bray Wyatt in the finals of that tournament. the Beast incarnate, Brock Lesnar.
Good pick.
Good pick. I've been waiting for someone to make like a wild pick here.
I thought he was gonna go later on in the list. That's why I held out on Brock.
Beast
Okay.
incarnate. He's instant classic every time he's on the screen. And with him, I will say, obviously comes Paul Heyman as his manager. So Paul Heyman's gonna be on my show cutting epic promos for my
Yeah,
boy.
but what? He's gonna go like once every 4 months. I
It
mean,
doesn't matter. Once every 4 months, it's going to be straight butter. That's what that's going to be. And especially for leading into the finals of this tournament to crown our champion.
3 times a year.
Hashtag Lando Lakes.
especially leading into the finals of this tournament for our title, for our champ, we're going to have Paul Heyman versus Bray Wyatt cutting epic promos. Yeah.
He planned this out, folks. He planned it out. Ball, you got the number 4 pick, man. We're seeing some good things in
Well,
here.
I'm a big fan of the tag division, so I'm gonna stay with my pick right now. I'm gonna get the New Day, since they all count as one pick, and they can make a pretty good feud now.
All right.
They sell merchandise. They're like, think of all that.
Okay.
That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
I like it.
Thank you. I thought you were. I was like, damn.
Okay.
Now, are we having 2 sets of tag titles? Or are the champs going to be traveling to each show?
I'll name my
Well, from what I hear, they get titles, right?
Yeah. But what'd you say, Casey?
I'll name my own champs if you want me to.
That's fine. Personally, also, guys, let me just say this. I would have not done this. I would have one set of champions who can go back and forth. My logic behind that is, and it still stands, when the show ratings go down, because they will go down eventually, because people say, oh, it's getting stale, the champions can change a show's ratings eventually. Like, oh, Roman Reigns is on the show now because he's the WWE champion. Oh, goody, I can watch SmackDown now, and all that stuff. So you don't have to keep it where it's one guy on each show. I think WWE's going to split it up, have 2 belts, have IC-US split up, but that's just in the real draft. We'll let Casey name his tag champs in a little bit here, but Robert, what do you think of those last 2 picks for both of them? The Wyatt family and Brock Lesnar on Raw, and then we had the Club and New Day on SmackDown.
New Day was definitely a steal because you're going to draw crowds with the New Day. Brock Lesnar's definitely the pick of the night. That's just me because he's pretty much untouchable right now.
Yeah, that would have definitely been in my top 3. I'm surprised they both waited out this long for it, but
That would have been my number 1.
yeah, well, you got to remember, too, what Balla said, though. The short time Brock's going to be in there and
Always worth it.
much, but it doesn't matter right now. He's on top of the world. He won that UFC fight. If he lost, maybe it'd be a different thing. We'd talk about, yeah, he got knocked out. He's going number 8 here. But it wasn't the case. Casey, number 5 pick, sir.
To mirror what Bala just did, I'm going to take Big Cass and Enzo.
Ooh, you knew that was coming.
Feel like you're upset about that, Bula.
Slightly.
He's a hater.
Slightly.
Hater.
Yeah, yeah.
Big Cass and Enzo. Balla, who are you taking at number 5?
I'll take Cesaro.
God.
Good pick.
I feel he'll be in the company for like a good years to come. He could eventually he could be the one to take the title off Dean. To be honest, So yeah, I'm going with Cesaro.
I like it. That's a good pick there, actually. Very one that I don't think anyone would think of for a top 10, but I like Cesaro as a pick. I also like Big Cass and Enzo, though. That's a steal because he was stacking the tag teams very well, and Casey made sure that he didn't have his favorite team. So I like it. Can't bitch about that. Robert, you got anything on either of those picks?
Cesaro, definitely a great pick. Feel like without Vince's interference.
What do you think of
Cesaro
Big
would be the
Cass
top
and
guy.
Enzo being split possibly in the real draft?
I mean, I feel it wouldn't do as much for Enzo as it would for Cass. I feel Cass could really break out, but Enzo's better on the mic than he is in the ring. So I don't see Enzo going as far as Cass would.
Yeah. I just don't want them to split them. That's my only thought at this point. Is
So why break up a good thing?
What?
My thoughts on it is that some people aren't meant to be solo stars. You know, I mean,
Yeah, it's
it's
true.
just my 2 cents. I mean, keep them together. It works. They get along well inside and outside the ring. So keep them together.
I'm definitely a proponent of stuff like this in New Day. It's tough to say this. All right, New Day, you may want to break up before it gets too cold, and then these guys are stale. Enzo and Big Cass, I think you run that thing into the ground until you can't even run it anymore. And Enzo is definitely someone who I can see being a manager or a commentator. He's got the gift of gab, so you should want to use that. Big Cass, he's got that test potential. If you push him and you get behind him, he can do something. You just have to make sure you get behind him. No offense, Triple H. Test could have been Triple H. I'm not trying to be funny. Seriously, at that time, Test was the man. And if you just change that one match where Triple H pedigreed him, and then he joined TNA, you see where his career went after that. And those letters keep seeming to come up with bad things tonight. So we're at the number 6 pick, folks. Casey has the pick right now.
I'm gonna take Sami Zayn.
I feel like every time you guys pick someone, I want to do the music for you guys or something. I don't know why. I like Sami Zayn. Any reason behind it?
I have Kevin Owens on my roster, and I mean, those guys have such good chemistry that it'd be a shame to, I mean, even though they're not like in a group or anything, like it'd be a shame to break those guys up and make it so they're on opposite rosters that can never. I'm not saying I'd have them feuding every single week or anything, but it'll always be nice to circle back to it.
I like it. Balla, number 6 pick.
I got Chris Jericho. I know he'd probably be later on in the list, but you can always give Jericho something to do, and he'll do it like to the best of his ability. You know.
I think Jericho's second best run.
All right.
Throwing it out there. Robert, what do you think? You think it's Jericho's second best run, his recent one, or?
He still can't top that 2008 run.
Absolutely. That's what I put it right behind that, though.
But
I can't think of a time where he was better than what he's doing now.
Like, I'm loving the whole drink it in, man.
Yeah. All right. Casey, number 7 pick, sir. You're on the clock.
I gotta fatten up my tag division, so I'm gonna take the Vaudevillains.
All right. He takes the guys with the ice cream theme. I like it.
Got a hater.
No. I like Aiden English. I feel Aiden English gets kind of crapped on. I'm like, they're not that bad. When people be like, oh, the Vaudevillains are going to be forgotten about. I'm like, no, I think they're great, actually. Simon Gotch is good. These guys they're like veterans already in the ring. I don't see them, well, they screwed up with Enzo and Big Cass. But other than that, I think they've been fine.
I agree. Hence, they're in my tag division.
No, sorry. Just throwing it out there. No botches, guys. Balla, number 7 pick, sir.
I'm gonna go with Randy Orton. He's coming back for SummerSlam. He's gonna be hot. I mean, you know, he already got like a mass following. A lot of people love him or hate him, depends who you ask. But he can do big things.
I was gonna say hot because it's August, man. It's August in New York City. It's gonna be rough out there for him. I would be so happy if they make it a no DQ match and Brock Lesnar throws a trash bag at him or something. I would just laugh and then pin him up. I would.
It's fucked up.
Listen, I like Randy just as much. We talked about his floor title once. Randy Orton's a cool guy. I like him. Randy's a good pick. Robert, I want you to look at both sides of these lists right now. We're going to run through the top 7 picks. I just want you to tell me if you see, don't say the name, but tell me if you see any glaring omissions yet that someone's missing possibly. So we got the Raw side. We got GM David Otunga. You got AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, the Wyatt family. Bray Wyatt has been crowned the Raw champion or World Heavyweight champion. You got Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman, Big Cass and Enzo, Sami Zayn, and the Vaudevillains. That's a stacked roster. But you go over to SmackDown, you got the GM of Eric Bischoff with Seth Rollins, the WWE title champion Dean Ambrose, the Club, the tag team champions in New Day, Cesaro, Chris Jericho, and Randy Orton.
I'm noticing 2 omissions right now.
For both sides? Okay, I definitely have one.
They're pretty obvious, too.
Yeah.
Casey knows what he's doing.
It's a game of. I'm trying to force some people over to the over to SmackDown.
Somebody's gonna wait till we get till I say after the first 10 to 12. If that's what's gonna start getting real funny, because it's gonna be like, well, you can have him. I'll trade you. So number 8 pick.
We can do part-timers too, right? Like 2 matches a year, guys. We can do part-timers as well,
Yeah.
right? All right, cool.
All right. We got the number 8 pick. It's on Casey.
All right, number 8.
David Otunga coming out to announce.
I'm actually gonna surprise you here. I'm gonna take Roman Reigns.
There's one.
That was gonna be my next pick.
I'm gonna take Roman, partially to make it so that SmackDown can't have their Shield reunion matches, because he's got the other 2. And
Move.
never, man. It makes the cross promotion pay-per-views that much more meaningful, because now there's a chance that it happens at those.
I like it.
Plus, I mean, as much as I dislike the guy, like I said, I don't hate him. He's talented in the ring. I just think he needs work on the mic, and he'd be in my mid card. I'm not pushing him up into the main event spot on Raw. He'd be in the mid card right now, upper mid card, but still mid card.
The Samoan dynasty is not happy with you, sir. They are very disappointed by this. Peter Maivia will be in David Otunga's office to talk.
Okay.
They'll hit you with that
David
legal
Otunga
card.
will lawyer him. David Otunga will lawyer him.
Balla, you got the number 8 pick. Roman Reigns has Superman punched the foundation of SmackDown. What are you going to do?
This guy's a part-timer, but he's a SmackDown legend. I'm going with Teddy Long's favorite wrestler, The Undertaker.
The Undertaker.
Yeah.
He's not what he used to be, but we're going to have a guaranteed legit match at WrestleMania every year.
Okay.
So that's who I'm going with.
You're going to have a guaranteed match for maybe 1 or 2 more Manias. Because after that, it's looking shaky. But it is The Undertaker.
More pay-per-views and whatnot, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to make them useful. You can even maybe get Michelle McCool out of the deal, too.
No word.
All right, Robert. Were those the 2 picks you were thinking of for the omissions?
We're missing one.
Okay.
I know who it is, but I'm going to hold out.
I'm not going to lie. These were the 2 I was thinking.
Oh, come on, CJ. I know who Robert's thinking of. I mean, it's pretty obvious.
How can you not see?
Number 9, Casey. It's on you for the pick, sir. I'm not giving up.
Number 9. You might think I'm going that route because of my last pick, but no. I am going to I'm gonna get another tag. I am going to draft the Usos.
Man, I was hoping for my favorite tag team.
I'm drafting them for the team up with Roman, be a heel, stable. My Wyatt family needs someone to feud with. Enzo and Big Cass need someone to pounce, so.
Okay. All right. I respect it, Oos. Paula, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna take one of the biggest up and comers. He's like he's like stuck in the middle of the mid card right now, but we could do great things with him. Corbin.
Darn, God forbid. I like it.
Ah, that was my next pick,
that
Bob.
hurt you a little bit.
That was my next pick.
That's for Enzo and Cass, man.
Yeah.
Hey guys, you can talk trades always too, you know.
Touche. So it's my turn?
Well, we gotta
Yeah.
get our draft analyst opinion here first.
Absolutely. My bad.
All right, Rob, what do you think of the Usos right now, man? I mean, they're kind of in the stale state of we're getting beat up in singles matches on SmackDown.
I don't even know, man. Ever since they lost those titles and they started teaming up with Roman and John.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
First, folks, you gotta watch the John Cena rubs that he tries to give off on you. Yeah, that sounds horrible, but John Cena wants your rub, and then he's gonna come and take it off from you. Then he's gonna bury you, and then you're gonna be hated as much as he is. So,
Zack Ryder says hello.
huh?
Zack Ryder says hello.
Yeah, he was on Superstars for many years after that U.S. title push, and then Cena took the belt, and he wasn't even thought of again. Yeah, so that's all right. And Baron Corbin, I love that pick. Baron Corbin, I definitely see lots of potential in. I was kind of hoping he would win that Battle Royal yesterday a little bit. I don't know why, and I knew there was no way it would happen because Miz is a heel, but I was really hoping for him. Baron Corbin's got tremendous potential. WWE, please don't mess this guy up because the ball's in your court. It's up to you what happens with him.
I can see a Baron Corbin Undertaker match in the future.
Yeah, I see Baron Corbin getting what Sid got, too.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Of course. But I would love to see Baron Corbin get a big opportunity against somebody. He deserves it, I think. He carries himself well. But, folks, we are at the number for Ty Dillinger. 10 pick. Casey Briggs, it's on you, man. David Otunga's shuffling his paperwork. He's in his office, hustling and bustling, maybe with Tajiri over there. You never know what he's doing. What's your next move here, sir?
My next move is to draft one of the best natural heels there is going right now. Bring that Intercontinental Championship on over to Raw. We're taking the Miz.
That was my next pick. All right.
All right.
Which means Bala gets Rusev.
I'll take the US title, man. We can make the US title great again.
Bala, I'm just gonna put Rusev as your next pick. Is that okay? I mean, you get Lana too. I mean, there's nothing to be sad about here.
Rusev's good. I like Rusev, but yeah.
I'm surprised you went with Miz. I guess you know what? Let's break this one down a little bit, Robert. Casey, why did you go with Miz over? Is it because of Maurice?
No, I actually prefer Lana, but
My man.
It doesn't matter. You get a beautiful blonde female with either one. So
yeah,
I mean,
exactly. And I just feel like the Miz is, like I said, he's one of the best heels, natural heels in the game. He's solid on the mic. He knows exactly what to do to garner the proper reaction.
people on the mic, to be honest.
Yeah, he knows exactly what to do, what to say to garner the right reaction from the crowd and everything. So he knows what he's doing. He gets a bad rep. I don't know why, but I respect him. I like him. So
Okay. We got our top 10 picks, folks. Folks, for you at home, if you are part of the Everything Pro Wrestling group on Facebook, the link will be in the description. I'm going to try and have a poll or somewhere where you guys can pick which roster you thought was better. Guys, I don't want anyone getting hurt over it. It's just a matter of opinion. But tell me which roster you like better, what matchups you'd like to see. But we have the 10 picks right here. I've been writing them all down. Hopefully I can put together something using that WWE Fantasy Draft and then post it. So right now we got Raw, GM David Otunga with AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, the Wyatt family, Brock Lesnar with Paul Heyman, Big Cass and Enzo, Sami Zayn, the Vaudevillains, Roman Reigns, the Usos, and The Miz as the IC champion versus Bala SmackDown with GM Eric Bischoff, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose as the WWE champ, The Club, New Day, Cesaro, Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, The Undertaker, Baron Corbin, and Rusev. Some very interesting picks right here. Robert, what show are you leaning towards at the moment without getting too deep into it?
Well, with my Undertaker bias, I think I'm going SmackDown right now. But they do have Brock on Raw.
It's kind of, when I look at this roster so far, I will say this, that Ballers, SmackDown seems to have the current popular guys and some of the old vets that you know they're not going to be around too much longer. They could be moving out or get into different parts of wrestling. Well, I look at Casey's Raw, and it's got like the up-and-comers, the guys you want to see get something extra that aren't in the positions they need to be. The AJ Styles, Kevin Owens, the Bray Wyatts, Big Cass, and Enzo. And he's got a couple.
Which, by the way, I will tell you who my tag champs are right now.
Okay, I don't have to ask again.
It's not going to be Enzo and Big Cass.
Wyatts.
It's going to be the Wyatts.
Wait, which two? This matters.
We don't have Luke to strap up right now, so.
You could Freebird rule it, you know what I mean? Anyone who wants to be in the match that day.
But we're gonna, since Bray's the champ, yeah, we're gonna Freebird rule it with the other three, and then this is all leading to the crowning moment at WrestleMania. That's where Enzo and Big Cass finally win the tag titles. WrestleMania, tears of joy, crowd will love it. Boom, make it happen.
Okay. Couple
Yep.
hit.
I'm drafting guys that I know how to write these guys.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be interested in the end when I ask some of these feuds. I mean, you know what? I got your top 10 right here, guys. Do you have plans for who you would feud within these groups already?
Are we continue the list, or is that it?
We're gonna continue, but do you want to continue the list, or do you want to wait till the end before you say some of the feuds you would put together?
We should wait till see who we got before.
Yeah, we might get some other people.
All right, well, Casey, it's on you, brother. You got the number 11 pick. This is basically supplemental style from here.
Oh, is it? Is it supplemental? See, you might see it as supplemental, CJ, but I am going to draft the amazing tag team of Fandango and Tyler Breeze.
The Breeze.
I get two awesome talents for the price of one right there. And who knows? Down the road, I might split them up. I know how to work with these characters. I know how to work with these talents. So I get two awesome talents for the price of one right there.
That's right. And shout out to Tyler Breeze for playing Pokemon Go on the way to the ring. I don't know if anyone else caught that.
It was
He
awesome.
had that on his phone when he was holding the selfie stick. I'm like, what is he doing?
It was awesome.
I like it.
Be right back.
Okay. Balla, number 11 pick, sir.
11 pick, I'm going to go with the Lucha Dragons just because, Sin Cara is alright, but mainly for Kalisto. Because we can have them run as a tag for a little bit, then we can move Kalisto up to bigger and better things. Because Kalisto's talented. I feel he's more talented than they make him out to be. And, we can build him up a little bit.
Real quick, Rob, before I get your thoughts, I have to do my I told you so moments. Did anyone notice the botch yesterday in the Lucha Dragon tag match? When he got the hot tag, I'm telling you, this guy's either money or it's botch-tastic. He botched, slipped off the ropes, and everyone was like, "Oh, boo!" Thank goodness. Who were they facing yesterday? Was it Breeze Dango? Yeah.
Dango.
Breeze. I don't remember if Fandango was in or Tyler Breeze, but they saved them basically in the spots where they screwed up.
Fandango was in.
Yeah. He saved that spot because he definitely blew it, and then Fandango picked him up, was like, just forget it, duck, and then do the move again. And it worked out fine. And I guess that proves Casey's point why he picked up the veterans here. So, Robert, what do you think? You like the Lucha Dragons teaming up here?
I like the pick for Kalisto, but
Breeze Dango's good too, though, man.
yeah, I've always been a fan of Tyler Breeze.
Darn right. That guy never gets the respect he deserves.
Yeah.
Neither does Fandango. Thank you very much.
True.
I will make that guy money on my show.
My next pick get shitted on, but he's so talented. Wait till you see it.
Well, it's actually Casey's pick right now. I felt like you just Vince McMahon did in the old draft when he came out was like, I'm taking Brock Lesnar. And then Flair's like, it's not your pick. Oh, and I'm taking Brock Lesnar. So don't give yourself up, Paul.
Now, Casey's gonna pick this guy.
Okay.
I need some, as you stated, I have some up-and-comers, some people that need to be written properly. I'm going to take someone who basically epitomizes needing to be written properly throughout his entire career, but a veteran to lead my guys in the ring, Dolph Ziggler.
Wow, I'm surprised.
He can make anyone look good. If you want someone to look great, just put them in a match against Ziggler, and they look like the strongest guy you've ever seen.
Dolph Ziggler's awesome, okay? That guy, I know a lot of people are kind of over him, but, I mean, it's because he's never been written right. So.
Dolph knows that, too. He'll tell you. And Heel Ziggler on Twitter, folks. Balla, SmackDown's got their next pick here.
I'm going with Neville.
Ooh.
Hopefully he's
if we're really trying to bring... Damn. But if we're really trying to bring up the young and up-and-comers, then I feel we can really give Adrian Neville an opportunity to shine and see where that goes.
Okay.
Maybe have the Cruiserweight title on him just to elevate him a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay. I like Neville.
That Cruiserweight title's going to be hot for a while.
Are they definitely bringing back the Cruiserweight Championship? I haven't heard that.
Oh, no, that's what I hear.
Well, and that's a good segue for us to throw it out there, folks. If you have not yet watched the Cruiserweight Bracketology and the Cruiserweight Classic, or is it called the Classic still? Cruiserweight Classic will be starting tomorrow immediately after NXT. So I know some of the talents, and some of them I do not know. So I think it's going to be quite interesting to see what happens. I look forward to seeing legends like Brian Kendrick and Tajiri compete in it. And I'm glad that I like the sports atmosphere that they brought with it real quick, of how it's more March Madness style. Like, okay, here's the bracket. Look at the matchups that could happen. And it's very sports. And you got Mauro Ranallo there. He makes it legitimate. And Bryan Danielson talking back and forth about – I'm sorry, I just called him Bryan Danielson. Daniel Bryan talking back and forth about how when you put someone in a submission move and everyone thinks cruiserweights are just high flyers and they have many different styles. I like how they're putting this as sports instead of entertainment. Like Vince sees things as entertainment. I feel like Triple H is doing it as a sport. Makes it more legitimate. I don't know. Real quick, guys, what do you think of that for the Cruiserweight Classic? Are you liking it?
I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Since I got Rusev, does that mean I get Sheamus?
Why was Sheamus coming though? Oh, you're referring to that
I don't
team.
know, weren't they in a stable?
You're referring to that team that broke up, but they tag up all the time. So no,
Yesterday, they were like hanging out and shit.
I didn't see that. They probably were though.
Yeah, fucking Zach Ryder.
Del Rio and
Yeah.
Sheamus tagged up, and I'm like, they must have forgot that they were all just fighting like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Thanks, WWE.
I don't know, Sheamus and but
You can have Sheamus if you want. I wasn't entertained.
Guys, I want to get to the cringeworthy spots where it gets to that. That's going to be the best one.
do I get him for free or do I have to pick him?
You have to pick.
Do I get him
for free? Number 13.
Yeah, forget about it.
It's on Casey.
Number 13 pick for me.
Lucky 13. Shout out to Corey Graves.
Lucky 13. I am going to draft. Oh man.
Tatanka.
No. I'm going to draft. This is gonna kill me right here. I can't do it. I was about to take him. I can't do I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take. God, jeez, man. I'm gonna take the Social Outcasts.
The Social Outcast.
Bitch.
Robert was.
I love the Social Outcasts. One of my favorite stables in wrestling right now, man. I love those guys.
No Adam Rose, right? With his mugshot T-shirt he's selling on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Nope,
Is he
none
really
of
selling
him.
his mugshot?
I guess that's one of the T-shirts. Why you would do that, I don't know.
It's funny. His wife wanted to put it on a beater. No, this is serious. This is true.
That's a true thing. They wanted it, and I'm like, I don't know if that's a.
That's rough.
Yeah, he went to counseling with his pastor. He's all right. Number 13, Balla, your pick, sir.
I'll take the Golden Truth, man. Fuck it. I'll take the Golden Truth. I'm a big fan of Goldust. You know, he's comfortable in the mid card. Keep him there. You know, he's a filler. He makes. He's pretty funny. Comical moments. You know, that's the SmackDown was usually known for. Some of the comedy. And I'll take Golden Truth. Why not?
All right, we got some interesting tag teams on both sides here. Okay. All right, Rob, you got anything to say about Social Outcasts or Golden Truth?
They're both solid picks. Can't really go wrong, especially at this point in the draft.
Okay.
Hey, he almost did it.
I'm trying to see. Wait, was that the pick you?
I'm trying to hold out, man.
Okay. All right, we got number 14.
Can I go back? No.
No.
Is it too late? Did I already draft?
It's too late, Eric. Once you made your pick, it's selected for you, sir.
Pick is in.
Number 14.
Yes, sir.
Has Apollo Crews been taken?
He's still on the pick list.
Not anymore. I'm taking him.
He's smiling. Stop smiling.
Man, don't hate on Apollo. Apollo gets way too much.
I'm going to
He
tell
really
him
does.
that's his
You
gimmick.
gotta get mad though. I feel like if Sheamus bro kicked his mother at ringside, he would still be smiling. Like, I'm gonna get you next week, man. I'm gonna get you for this, and I'm like, no, get mad.
I'm gonna tell him to keep smiling, and that's his gimmick. Now I'm gonna write that into his gimmick. I'll be like, keep smiling, Apollo. No matter what happens, smile.
It's gonna be like a DDP. Remember that? Yeah. Okay, so Apollo Crews is on Raw. Balla, what are you gonna do, man?
I'm gonna take one of the more veteran tag teams. I'm gonna take the Dudleys.
Nice bet. Hey, guys, I want to just throw something weird out there. More so for you, Robert. What do you think if we brought Velvet Sky in to manage them, a la Stacy Keibler back in the day? I mean, I think you could get her some money doing that on the side, so Bubba's got his main squeeze with him on the road.
As long as she doesn't have to wrestle, because she's awful.
You're right.
She's fun to look at.
That's right, in a non-sexist sort of way for the show. All right, so we get to our number 15 pick. Casey.
Oh, Zack Ryder.
Can I just say the disrespect is real right now that we were at the 15th pick? Zack Ryder.
I love Ryder. I didn't see him going that high, so I was like, I can ride it out for a little bit.
Can I ask you another question, guys? I could have swore Zack Ryder was supposed to have a U.S. title shot yesterday on Raw. Was that not what I heard?
Supposed to challenge for it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but then he
Sheamus and the
I don't know. That damn it, creative. That pisses me off when you do stuff like that. That's all. Just ugh. All right, 15. Ball. It's on you, sir.
I'll take Darren Young, we'll make him great again.
Darren Young and Bob Backlund to SmackDown.
All right, the better red, white, and blue guy right now. All right. Ain't no bedazzled jeans on that man.
All right, we got
I don't
the
think
top
Bob
picks. We're at 16. It's on Casey right now.
All right.
We're getting to that uncomfortable part of the roster almost. We got a couple more.
Oh, yeah, as Robert reminded me a few months ago, man signed a performer's contract, so I'm going to take Triple H.
There you go.
That's all right. He gets to be with his wife. It's fair.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it'd be kind of. The only reason I took Triple H was shit on him, man. Just because I'm SmackDown with Shane.
although in my world, I'm going to have him and Stephanie feud.
I can't wait to hear this stuff. That's going to be the interesting part. All right, Bali, you got your number 16 pick right now, sir.
I'm gonna do it, man. I'm gonna do it, Casey. I'm gonna do it, man. Picking John Cena.
And his name is John Cena.
All right, yeah.
Folks, before we get into this, the disrespect is real right now. First of all, how did David Otunga and Eric Bischoff come to people's minds before John Cena? I even heard names like Darren Young,
No, John
Golden Truth, Social Outcast.
What are you talking about?
I knew.
David Otunga was for my manager. I'm not going to have John Cena GM.
Yeah, nah, you wildin'.
I'm just like, John Cena's name wasn't even mentioned in any of this. It's just I feel bad for the guy. He's been the flagship of Raw since 2005. And he's getting
Not anymore, because I'm in charge of Raw. He can be on Superstars.
They can turn his draft position into a storyline.
Last night there were Let's Go Cena chants going on.
That there was.
He still has his fans. Good pick for Bala. Good pick for Bala. But I'm just not me. Not me.
I told you. You see, Bala's got a lot of the old guard in there. You got Cena, the Dudleys, Golden Truth, but he's got enough sprinkled in new guys too that I like it. I like it.
There's a lot of people that love Jurassic World too. I ain't one of them.
Oh damn!
See, I'm building my team like a successful NBA team. We got our prospect, we got our superstars, and we got our veterans. And that's how I'm planning to make this shit beat Raw, man.
Whatever, man. I got my veterans too. Except my veterans are people that half the crowd hates.
Yeah, well, it looks like, I don't know, Casey might be trying to build a little Golden State Warriors here with KD. We won't get into that, folks. That's another debate for another time. 17 now.
17?
Yes.
I am going to take, oh man, this is really getting into the nitty-gritty now.
Oh, yes.
I know, right?
Jeez. And all right, well, did he get Sheamus? Did we give him Sheamus?
No.
No.
All right, sweet. Because I'll take Jack Swagger.
Wow.
I was actually.
That is screwed up. Oh, I'll take your Nick Swagger. That may be line of the night, folks. Okay.
Swerve, people. That's called a swerve.
All right, Bally,
All right,
you get number 17 pick with that big Jack Swagger move, folks. Who are you taking?
You pulled a fast one on me there. I already got Darren Young, so I might as well take Titus as well. I'll take Titus O'Neil.
I mean, do you have to? Whoa. Thanks for taking him off my hands. If you were smart, you'd just have him accost your general manager during a ceremony so you can suspend him for a few months.
It's fucked up.
We have nothing to say. 18. I'm going right into it. I can't deal with this.
I'm gonna take Alberto Del Rio with my next pick.
Alberto Del Rio. All right. Baller, who you got for number 18, sir?
I'll take it. If we got Undertaker, we'll take Kane. Maybe we could reunite the Brothers of Destruction for one night. You know, I'm taking Kane.
All right. I'm ready for number 19, guys.
Fair enough. Fair enough. You take Kane, and I will take. We did part timers, right? Like we're allowed to. I mean, just the person I want to take is listed under superstars on the WWE website. He's not under alumni right now. He's listed right here under superstars.
Say the name, and we'll have to discuss this.
I know who it is.
The Rock.
'Cause I was like The Rock. And
Hold on here, folks.
He
I don't know where that's
He drafted
Yeah.
a person who's only going to wrestle once a year. Why can't I?
Brock. I mean, Undertaker will have the same amount of matches as Brock.
No, he won't.
The Rock is truly not part-time. The Rock is truly like your manager. Like, he is showing up once to do work. Like,
He'll pull up to the show.
Right here. Right here. WWE.com/superstars. There he is. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Right there. Right next to Dolph Ziggler and Emma.
Okay. All right, Robert, what
I
do
don't
you
know how we're going to count that.
He's my WrestleMania headliner. He's not headliner.
He did wrestle at WrestleMania.
Oh, bullshit. Man, all right. He did.
It was a Bush League match that buried my guy that's now going to have the belt. And at next year's WrestleMania, my boy's getting revenge.
Until that new movie comes out. All right. So we got The Rock at number 19. Baller, you got to bring something hard back now, man. He sucker punched you.
All right. Hit me below the belt. Can I call up a guy that he's going to be there? It has to be someone on the roster right now.
No NXT.
Yeah, I know. It's hard.
I can't really match this, but I'll just pick the Big Show, man. Fuck it. I'll pick the Big Show.
Hey man, you're down for heel and face turns. You got your guy.
You got another
I mean,
tag.
Cena could be like The Rock for our show. Everybody still loves him. So.
Okay. For the record, you will not be allowed to draft Vince McMahon before anyone tries to throw anything else out there. Some curveballs. I don't want to see it.
Are you telling me I can't draft Scott Stanford?
No, you cannot. I don't even know what that guy.
Shut up, Scott Sanford. I'm leaving this podcast right now.
All right.
I can't
draft
draft
Scott.
Tony Kimmel.
No, he's
I'll
on
take
the
Lily and Gussie, yeah.
All right. Serious though? Fine, I'll take Sheamus.
for number 20.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right, the League of Nations has been decided upon. Ball at number 20 pick, sir.
I'm gonna take the Ascension, spice up our tag division a little more. Get
What
some
are
more
those guys?
tags and
So I can write
what happened?
them down. What are those guys' names again, so I can write them down?
Connor and Victor.
Yeah,
I'm kidding.
Victor, bro.
I'm kidding. That's just me being a jerk. I haven't seen him since friggin' Cody Rhodes was there around.
They were in a battle royal yesterday.
But this is a new show. We can give them an opportunity,
I like it. I'm down. Okay. So we got the Ascension in there. I'm trying to put these shows together on here to see how many people I can get. It says there should be almost 73 picks. I don't see it here.
73 picks.
There's
Wow.
no way.
It's
They
not that many, but this is including the females and such. So
Females
Oh,
and tag
yeah.
teams too. I don't know if tag teams are going to be split up in this draft.
correct. That's the
So,
same
We
thing.
used to do that, so,
All right. So let me see how I can get rid of this. I got Nikki Bella. It's like forcing me to put her somewhere. We'll just have her hang with John Cena.
Got a place for her.
There you go. We'll put her on SmackDown with Bala. Charlotte can go over here with Katie.
Oh, that's Ho. Alright, whatever.
Charlotte.
I'm just throwing these names on here, so if anyone sees it, they're wondering why it doesn't make sense.
I found another guy.
Give me Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch on my list.
Where is... Who had New Day?
Heard?
Did.
I found another one that could be drafted. Yeah, I had New Day.
Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Bala had Cesaro.
Just so I know. Because I just found another one that could be drafted. He's not the highest, but...
Well, I have someone that I want to draft at 21.
Alright.
Once Conrad ready.
Oh, go ahead. I'm ready. 21?
Oh, bro. 21, my favorite number. I'm taking someone who's, again, on the WWE.com/superstars page. So this is official. This is official. Someone name dropped by former great CM Punk. We're gonna go with my boy Tyson Kidd, right here. Number
Kid,
2.
like, or something, man. I heard his neck was all fucked up.
Yeah, well, I am hiring the best surgeons in the world to fix that neck for him.
You probably
Come back.
draft him just to announce his retirement, like, next week on your show. So you could have him.
Whatever. Even if he's just there, to talk and whatnot, to give his valuable insight, he's gonna be money on my show. I'm gonna value him. I'm gonna value him.
He could be a commentator.
Yeah, I'm scrolling through the Superstars website right now. It's slim pickings.
It's getting pretty rough right now.
He's not like one person who I can think of, like, off the top of my head. Like, that's, like, still, that hasn't been picked yet.
Oh, I see a tag team that hasn't been picked.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, I know.
Someone's taking him. You got the 21 pick right now, Bala. Who are you taking?
Wait, I gotta think. I can't think of another fucking tag team.
They haven't been used very much.
Just take who you thought then. Just take who you were thinking of then.
Is Ryback still around?
Ryback is available.
He is available. He is
Take
not
Ryback, man.
And I said yet for a reason. Go ahead.
At number 22 is kind of a bright spot, a shining spot, you might say. I might take
should have known.
As much as I hate him, whatever. Well, it's one more tag team for my division.
Okay.
I just don't want that. You talked about Apollo Crews walking around smiling. Like, Primo and Epico look like the most generic looking mofos. And like they just
They're trolls, man. That's why I love them, man.
I'm just hoping that by having them on my show, I can lure Carlito to Raw.
Good luck with that. That guy, he's a rough one. He's a rebel rouser.
I know he is. I mean, that fits right in with my guys. He wasn't used properly when he was with WWE. He was passed over. People was treated poorly. I'm gonna take care of him. I'm gonna use him the right way. Come on, Carlito, join Raw.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Well, after the Shining Stars pick, Bala is back. Bala, you got the next pick.
I'm trying to think. I can't even fucking. I'm not looking at a computer. I'm not cheating like KC is.
What are you talking about? You think the GMs and the WWE and the NFL and the NBA just I'm just gonna pick this guy off the top of my head? Like no.
Give me a second. Let me think.
You still got some people you haven't drafted.
Mark Henry.
Some legends.
Mark Henry. He said it.
He said Mark Henry?
Yeah. He'll be good for like another 2 more months.
Okay, sorry, I'm trying to split these people up correctly still. Oh, Rosa Mendez.
Why'd you say Rosa Mendes like that, man?
I'm just trying to figure out where to put
Respectful.
the females
Ouch,
here.
man.
Hey, I was
Yeah, I'll
never
take Rosa, man. She's a pretty face.
never been a big fan. Who had him? You did. You had him. All right, I think I'm pretty much who. Okay, that was him. Okay, so I think I've got it down for the most part.
Is
Did-
that it? Or are we
I
gonna
don't know if
continue?
you missed anybody else. Casey, I'm gonna run through your
I'm
roster.
scrolling through. I think we got everyone that's on this list right now, man.
Yeah, because without the
Yeah, I
females
can't think of anybody else. So.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. So,
and the
all right.
females, I tried to put people in different spots just to mix it up, just so I could look. So here's what we're gonna do, guys. We run through these 22 picks one last time, run it down. Robert, we're coming to you for the final. No, actually, no. We're gonna let them explain first before we get into anything what they want to do. Here we go. Casey Briggs running Raw. He's got Stephanie McMahon at the helm. We got GM David Otunga. His number 1 pick was AJ Styles. Kevin Owens is number 2. 3, the Wyatt family. 4, Brock Lesnar. 5, Big Cass and Enzo. 6, Sami Zayn. 7, the Vaudevillains. 8, Roman Reigns. 9, the Usos. 10, the Miz, who is the IC champion. And I forgot to say Bray Wyatt and his family have the world and tag titles. Number 11, Breeze Dongo. 12, Dolph Ziggler. 13, Social Outcast. 14, Apollo Crews. 15, Zack Ryder. 16, Triple H. 17, Jack Swagger. 18, Alberto Del Rio. 19, The Rock. 20 is Sheamus. 21, Tyson Kidd. 22, The Shining Stars. Ball of SmackDown with Shane McMahon running it. GM Eric Bischoff. Controversy creates cash, folks. You have Seth Rollins was the number 1 pick. Followed by him was Dean Ambrose. The Club. New Day is the tag champs. Cesaro, Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, The Undertaker, Baron Corbin, Rusev, the U.S. champ with Lana. You got the Lucha Dragons, Neville, Golden Truth, Dudley Boys, Darren Young and Bob Backlund, John Cena, Titus O'Neil, Kane, Big Show, The Ascension, Ryback, and Mark Henry. Woo! All right. Boys, I
You see what I did was, I
go ahead.
drafted a lot of tags because you could eventually break them up and have them be singles too. So that's where I went with that tag rule.
If you're bringing back Reverend Devon, I'm all for it, brother. I like Reverend Devon. I was probably the only one. Yes. I love the theme. I love Deacon Batista with the box with the singles around his neck. He looked like a poor man's bouncer at a strip club party at a bachelor's party. Like, yeah, what's going on, guys? Put the money in here. Thanks. Devon's going to be dancing in a second. It was just great, and it's just what everyone thinks of a Reverend. And Devon with the Testify, I loved it. But I guess we're going to kick it to Casey first. Casey, what would your plans be with some of these guys?
who did I draft again?
You got a big squad there, man.
Like I said, we run a little tournament to name who our champion's going to be, and throughout that tournament, you're going to see some matches that you've been yearning for. We're going to get in the semifinals. You're going to get Brock versus Kevin Owens, which will be an awesome match. And then the finals. It'll come down to my boy Bray versus Brock, and the finals is going to be at a pay-per-view. So we're going to get some, have some time to build up to it, and going to have some awesome promos between Paul Heyman and Bray Wyatt. You're gonna see Bray Wyatt not be scared of the Beast Incarnate. He's not gonna be intimidated. He's gonna laugh in Brock's face. Brock's gonna F5 him. He's just gonna crawl to his knees and laugh at Brock. Brock's gonna F5 him again. He's just gonna get up and keep laughing. I mean, that's right. That's the main title picture. Then you got the Wyatts versus Enzo and Big Cass. versus
Yep.
who else do I have in my tag division?
The Vaude
For
Villains, Usos, Breezango, Social Outcasts.
We're definitely gonna put the Usos in that. And then when they lose, they're gonna turn heel, and they're gonna have a feud with Enzo and Big Cass for a while. Yeah, we're gonna turn Roman heel finally. He's gonna team up with his cousins, the Usos. So you got that going. Like Bala said, like yeah, I mean, like Fabrice, I love them together, but they're also valuable separated. You know, like you take some of these tag teams, knowing that down the road you have to split them up. Um, I see Fandango and Tyler Breeze, both as valuable assets on their own. Um, Kevin Owens, like I said, he's going to be a main event player. AJ Styles is going to be right there. Once that'll be the other semifinal match right there is AJ Styles versus Bray Wyatt. But afterwards, you're gonna see some placid matches between Bray Wyatt and AJ Styles as they continue to feud for that belt.
I got a question for you. Is AJ Styles a heel or a face?
We're gonna turn him face for now by having the. I mean, I know they just teamed up and stuff, so but this is all hypothetical in my head. Once he's split up from the club, he's gonna turn he's gonna be a face on our show to start out at least until the next draft when we get the club, and then they're gonna push people.
Or you can make that big trade for Jack Swagger for the club member.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now though.
But or you can let it feed into the fact that there are a lot of fans that love Bray Wyatt. They teased it before he disappeared for a couple months. They were teasing him turning face anyway. So maybe you could have him be the face, and in a weird, twisted, Undertaker sort of way. I mean, because Undertaker started out as this creep, but I mean, obviously fans got behind him and supported him. So you could turn Bray into that type of character.
I agree. I do like the setup here for Bray Wyatt. Lots of good things happening on Raw from what you just said there. Robert, what did you think of what he said? What do you like how he's got the Raw picture set up?
Absolutely.
Would you do anything different, or is there someone being forgotten about here besides The Rock, of course?
Apollo Crews in the mid card. I try to push that, but other than that,
he's gonna be my Intercontinental champ.
Okay.
He's gonna be the one to unseat the Miz.
All right, and Balla, I got some questions for you now. You kind of got the old guard here mixed with the present day stars. So what are you doing here? What moves are you going to be making? You got Dean Ambrose as the champ, Bischoff as the GM. Oh, actually, before I get to you, Casey, what are you doing with David Otunga? Actually, was there any purpose to this, or did you think you could just make it work either way, heel or face?
Oh, David Otunga, he works as that smarmy little bastard that hides under Stephanie brings in to be her yes man, her puppet as the GM. He's a smart dude. He's articulated. He can articulate what he wants to say, unlike me right now. Yeah, I mean he's a smart dude. But like even when you want to but he's also a dude who like when you want it to get physical. If you have a wrestler that wants to power bomb the GM or choke, you like David Otunga is an actual wrestler who can take that bump and take that hit for you. As I said, I'm going to turn Triple H against Stephanie McMahon. Stephanie's going to continue to be a heel, but Triple H is going to see the light, so to speak, and they're gonna handpick Roman Reigns and the Samoans to be their force, and it'll lead to Triple H having to step back in the ring one more time. Starting with 3-on-1, then Triple H will. I mean, this will grow to SummerSlam. This is going to grow to SummerSlam, where it'll be it'll be screw Raw versus SmackDown, which is probably what they're going to do. But I'm going to have my own Raw Summer or Survivor Series match. Sorry, I was saying Survivor Series. Just build the Survivor Series, and I'm going to have Team Triple H versus Team Stephanie.
I like it.
Survivor Series.
Power struggle storyline. Okay. Balla, how are you going to make SmackDown different, sir?
Can you tell me my roster again? Sorry.
All right. You got Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, The Club, New Day, Cesaro, Chris Jericho, Randy Orton, The Undertaker, Baron Corbin, Rusev, Lucha Dragons, Neville, Golden Truth, Dudley Boys, Darren Young, John Cena, Titus O'Neil, Kane, Big Show, The Ascension, Ryback, and Mark Henry.
Alright, so first things first, I'm going to have Shane is going to go up to Eric Bischoff. He's going to be like, you're the only one who's ever able to, like, compete with my father. So if there's anyone I want leading this to be the GM, I want Eric Bischoff to be. If you could compete with Vince, imagine how you could compete with Stephanie and Otunga. So he's going to do that, and I'm going to have, Ambrose and Seth Rollins go at it for a bit. Then Cesaro's eventually going to get tired. He's going to be like, where's my shot? I've been sitting watching this since before the draft. Now I want my opportunity. So there's going to be it's going to be like a feud for a little bit going on, and I'm eventually going to put the title on Cesaro. And he's going to have a nice little run there. I'm going to try to put the title on Corbin, the U.S. title.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have him be the one to knock Rusev off, or are you going to shift the belt off of Rusev to someone else?
I don't know, because I feel like, two heels. I'd rather Corbin, knock. I'll probably, who do I have again? I'll probably give the title back to Kalisto, right? Because, he wants revenge, he wants redemption. So, he gets a win over Rusev. Then Corbin is the asshole, knocking the underdog down, catches him slipping with End of Days, and takes the title from him. Who else do we have?
You got
Undertaker.
Too. Undertaker, Jericho. I mean, how do you plan on using Taker?
Taker, I want him to come back and have a feud with either Rollins or Ambrose. Ambrose always wanted, that was always one of his idols growing up. So, I wouldn't mind a feud with, because, I feel we'd really get the best out of Dean Ambrose if he's in a feud with someone he grew up admiring. So I'd probably stick them in a feud together, see where that goes. Who else? Who else do we have? Cena's going to feel disrespected.
He was number 16.
So maybe with that, we could work into Cena being heel, because he's like, dude, I carried this company on my back. So, Cena goes back to being heel, and maybe that's where we can make Seth face, I know we've seen it before, but,
you got some flipping you can do. I mean, you got
that'd
Kane.
be a pretty dope match.
You could do a lot of flipping with those guys. Mark Henry, too. Ryback.
You got very expandable guys, so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got lots of tag teams, too, to work with. Jericho, Orton.
Yeah,
you got
being on fire, man.
All right. And would you have Eric Bischoff involved in any main storylines? Or would you keep him just a fair GM? Casey's got David Otunga involved with Stephanie.
I want him to be like a heelish GM, He's not very liked, but he's somewhat respected. Fuck. He'll think really highly of Rollins. He'll love Rollins because,
So you would have Bischoff build up his camp and have his favorites like he did previously.
Yeah, basically.
All right. I get it. And gentlemen, real quick, while we're talking about the draft, Robert, first, what did you think of the SmackDown picks?
Definitely. I prefer the Raw picks overall. SmackDown does have some gems, though.
Okay, there's some potential there, depending on how each person's booked. I think short term SmackDown could be better, but long term Raw's got potential to play around with more things and develop into
Yeah.
other things. The only thing holding them back were
But,
guys like Big Show, Kane. When it got down to that, it's like, well,
I mean, you
but
start scraping the bottom of barrels.
when these guys retire, we can
yeah,
start
but
bringing up the NXT guys, and we'll have the cap to do so. You know?
yeah, yeah, you'll have that, and then you got some things that canceled out. Like you pick the Ascension, he picked the Shining Stars. To me, that's a cancel out right there. Then you sit up here, you got Tyson Kidd and you got Ryback. You know neither of those guys are probably stepping in the ring again, and you know why Ryback's not. Tyson Kidd is going to be forced out, I feel, unfortunately. And then you got Mark Henry, Rock, Big Show. Some of those guys aren't going to do too much. Casey's astounding pick of Jack Swagger. There's a lot of potential there, I see. I always like Jack
That one
Swagger.
got me sweating.
Yeah, but I do like the Lucha Dragons that you picked up, Neville. I think it's pretty even, actually, how this is decided. There's not one that's like way stronger than the other, which I was hoping not to have, because sometimes people go, I'm just going to pick all my favorites, and then you're like, you didn't really think this through. You didn't think this through at all. Real quick, guys, pay-per-view wise.
Nah, I was trying to get AJ, man. I didn't realize AJ was gonna go. I thought he was gonna be like at least the third or like fourth pick.
Oh no, not with this guy, bro. This guy had plans. I knew. I said AJ's going.
Yeah, no,
I'm going to pick for one of these.
I was because I would have picked AJ with one of the highest picks, and I was like, ooh, Casey Briggs hates a lot of people, so maybe he's not a fan of AJ.
Guys, I want to talk pay-per-view scene real quick. I never got into this or got to mention it. WWE's looking like they're changing up the pay-per-view scene. I want to go through with everybody, since we're doing this mock draft. What pay-per-views do you want to see in each month real quick? We got January. We got the Royal Rumble. I'd love it in that time period. I think it should stay. Is everyone in agreement on that?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I agree.
February. Now that we have two pay-per-views, what pay-per-view should be in those spots? Is there something that you think they could do different, do better?
Yup. St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
You like that name? Okay.
Yeah.
What is it now? Fastlane?
Yeah, it's something generic that like it doesn't matter that it's in February. Like it doesn't matter that it's in February. It's some generic name. I hate those generic names. Like that's why my October one, Halloween Havoc, bring that back. Love that.
I was hearing that they were trying to get the rights of the name. They didn't have like the full rights to it.
I think someone else owns it possibly still. But so February, you said St. Valentine's Day Massacre. Robert, what's one you like?
I'd like to see War Games.
War Games. I like that too.
That'd be dope.
War Games I think War Games is definitely something for Survivor Series, a gimmick where they need to put that in. That should be the main event of every Survivor Series. You're going to get a double cage, 5-on-5, weapons, all that crap, and first team to get an elimination, whether it's pinfall, whatever it is. You should just be absolute carnage. Ball, a February pay-per-view. What do you think?
I like the name St. Valentine's Day Massacre. It sounds very cool, violent. But I like the idea of War Games, so I'm about to go with War Games. I'm all for pay-per-view. I'm a big fan of like the pay-per-view matches that they only happen at that pay-per-view. So yeah, I'll go with War Games.
I like No Way Out. March, I think they should keep that block open for whatever, to advance storylines into WrestleMania, because WrestleMania is in April, and I think everyone's going to say, let's keep it that way. So you got that first half of the year set. May is, what's the current pay-per-view? Is it Payback?
Battleground. Oh no, for May. Yeah.
Payback.
Thanks.
I think they switched it to. Whatever. Payback, Extreme Rules. Is there any pay-per-views that you guys wish? Actually, forget it. Forget this list, because you know what? WWE plays around too much. What names do you want to see come back and why? Robert? Go ahead, Robert. Throw some names out there. Just throw one out.
Backlash.
Backlash?
No Way Out.
Classic.
No Mercy.
Yes, I missed it.
It'd be cool if they brought a King of the Ring. It'd be cool if they had King of the Ring as its own pay-per-view, you know what I mean?
They should have it as a pay-per-view. People love this stuff. Look at the Cruiserweight Classic, like we said earlier. People are watching this stuff. Casey brought up a good point. Halloween Havoc. Why not have Starrcade TLC's name sucks. Like, I'm not buying a pay-per-view because it's called TLC. If I saw Starrcade, like, hey, this is the last pay-per-view of the year before we get to the Rumble, we're going to do some big matches, I'm like, yeah, Starrcade. That's exactly what I want to see.
Yeah, but then people are gonna cry about it if it's not as big as Mania. You know what I mean?
No, you shouldn't cry about it. Your company should have won. I'll say, go back down to Georgia. Forget that. Go talk to Ted Turner. I turned heel last week, according to Brian Kavanaugh, so I'm throwing it out there. Your company should have won, so and be glad you got the pay-per-view name. What else was there? Casey, what were some other ones you wanted?
I'm always I mean, it depends. Like for these, just WWE's done a couple of these now. These like house show type things that they have on the network. I love In Your House for those.
Yeah.
Bring that back. Some of the other ones that I like. Oh, jeez, what's the for July? What's the
Great American Bash?
the Great American Bash in July.
Can't call it that. It's got to be the Bash. They're an international company.
Great American Bash in July.
That's why they went with that. I love it. It's now just the Bash, guys. It's the Bash.
But, that's what I would do.
I like Clash of the Champions. That's another one I miss.
Then yeah, I'm a big fan of bringing King of the Ring back as its own pay-per-view.
Or even, what about Bash at the Beach? Have the guys go to a beach on the sand. I mean, I'm saying
that's basically
it's a little different. Every week, it's the same.
Sounds like your
Judgment Day was up.
Sounds like what?
Sounds like you're dreaming right now, CJ.
Sorry. Yeah.
So about these wrestlers and running along the beach and look at the sand. Look at them glisten.
You can have the divas out there in bikinis. That's what I'm saying, man. I'm just throwing it out there. Instead of seeing.
And I think I'm more podcast. I don't know. It's getting weird.
This is not. They're not divas, CJ.
Yeah, you said superstars, man.
Oh, I'm sorry. Superstars, whatever they want to be called. Put out some respectable matches and make sure Dana Brooks selling correctly. How about that? Yeah, I said it. I went there. So, lots of good pay-per-views. Lots of good stuff here. Is there anything else you guys want to talk about? Any shout-outs you want to give? Working on any projects? Throwing it over to you guys right now.
I'd like to give one. Like House of Glory Wrestling on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. We're having a show in August called High Intensity. Ethan Carter will be there. Mickey James will be there. Drew Galloway will be there. Brother Nero will be there. And so Matt Hardy. Pretty excited for that. Plus a lot of our homegrown talent like Smiley and Ken Broadway. So if you're in the New York area, check that out.
All right. Casey, you got anything going on brewing for you?
Not really, but I just gotta mention, like I said at the start, Brock Lesnar, boy, UFC just sold, man. That's what so big news there.
According to CNN, WWE bought UFC.
Really?
No, that was a typo. It's WWE, but they put WWE.
Yeah, but nothing going on crazy on my end. At BabyBridge21 on social media.
Rob, what you got, man?
Shit. I got nothing going on right now, but shout out to Brandon and Knockerball down in Maryland.
All right. Yeah, definitely check out that Knockerball if you have it in your area. Definitely a lot of fun. Real cool. Especially in the Maryland area for Brandon Anderson. And folks, I got to give a shout out to some people who helped me out last week. Dr. Macho T on YouTube. Appreciate him. He has great WWE 2K17 news, content, all the latest with him. So check him out. And just check out a lot of the other people who always retweet stuff. B.A. Raphael on Twitter. We have XGW Fed, Town Nation on Twitter. A lot of these guys have great content. And that's about it, folks. We are out. This will probably be the last long episode I have. After this, it'll be little short mini ones just discussing one thing. I will still try to have all these guys come on as guests if they are available at the time. So if you guys are available, let me know. Send something out if you guys want to get into a discussion video with me. But we are out. Make sure you sign up for the Facebook group. Follow me on Twitter at Conrad Cushman. And this is Everything Pro Wrestling, and we are out.